y'all doing? What's going on? Party crashers! How y'all doing, baby? I am here, and I'm feeling so much yummier. Now, honey, I was going around looking for some Cardi B tea, and I stumbled across this video. And girl, on this video, they got Offset, and remember, it was reports by TMZ that Offset want to get a DNA test done on Baby Brim, which is Stefon Diggs' baby with Cardi B. But Offset, like, hold up, that might be my baby. I don't know what game he playing here, but homeboy has lost his mind. Then, do you guys remember when they were saying Offset was playing blogs to go in his favor? We know he's real good friends with DJ Academics. Who else he's good friends with? And we know he don't got no money, so he possibly lands some D, because, honey, at this point, he gay for pay. And we know it's a whole bunch of gay people that run these blogs. So I don't know if this video is coming from who, wham, thank you, ma'am. But we going to watch it anyway because there's been too many people looking at this video and sending me this video. And honey, Gigi Medici got to react to it. So y'all with me when I'm going to react to it, honey. And make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe here at the Messy Sweet Spot. The Messy Sweet Spot. Hey, I'm feeling so much yummier. All right. So let me put my plugs in. Y'all know my name, Gigi Medici. Hype me up, hype me up, hype me up. Okay, hype me up. Hype me up. All right. So let's see what's going on here. Let's take it from the top. What's going on?
Court documents from February 2026 indicate that Offset allegedly requested a DNA test regarding Cardi B's baby, whom she reportedly...
Now they got the date right, February 2026. That's right, y'all. So this tea might be legit. Brace yourself. Brace yourself, fool. Comment, y'all. Y'all know I need them damn comments. If y'all really support me, comment. I don't care what y'all say. Comment. It helps. Push the algorithm. Get me out there, y'all. Hell, come on.
With Stefon Diggs in November 2025. The case, already widely covered in the media, has become one of the biggest celebrity stories of the year. And today, Offset is said to have leaked the DNA test results. And it's shocking everyone. This revelation could confirm what many people already suspected. Let's find out everything in this video. Let's get into it. Here's what we know. According to TMZ, court documents show that the former Migos rapper requested a paternity test in February 2026, not for one child, for two. The order, dated 25th of February 2026, was obtained by TMZ, which reported that Offset had asked the judge to mandate DNA testing for two children. The request came through the ongoing divorce proceedings between himself and Cardi B, a case that has been grinding through the courts since 2024. Now, the child referenced in the court filing was described as a newborn, which led many to believe the request is tied to the baby Cardi B reportedly had with NFL star Stefon Diggs. That baby, a boy, was born in November 2025. Cardi and Offset share three children. Daughter Culture, born in 2018, son Wave, born in 2021, and daughter Blossom, born in September 2024. So any child described as a newborn in a February 2026 document is not one of those three. The math points directly at the baby Cardi had with Stefon Diggs, while specific birth dates were redacted. The order identifies one child as a newborn, reportedly born in November. The children's names and identifying details were redacted, but the timeline tells the story. And here's where it gets interesting. The judge did not rubber stamp Offset's entire motion. A judge denied the request for a DNA test on the newborn, but granted a separate paternity request concerning another child. So one request was approved, one was shut down. That leaves Offset able to seek confirmation regarding one child he shares with Cardi, but without any court-approved route, for now, to test the baby she has had with Diggs. The judge also didn't stop there. The court order also bars both parties from making disparaging or defamatory remarks about one another in public or on social media. The court was drawing boundaries. No DNA test on the newborn. No public mudslinging. But the damage was already done because the filing itself became the headline. As described by TMZ, the court order does not spell out his reasoning. and there is nothing in the documents to suggest the judge accepted any challenge to the newborn's paternity. So no, Offset didn't get what he wanted regarding that child. But the fact that he asked at all sent the internet into overdrive. The refusal, alongside approval for another test, suggests the court drew a clear line between issues directly tied to the divorce and a child born into a new relationship. In family court, judges tend to protect the boundaries of people who are not central to the case. Stefon Diggs is not a party to the Cardi Offset divorce. The newborn is not Offset's child, at least not in the eyes of the law, and the judge made that distinction crystal clear. But the question hovering over all of this, and the one that fueled Offset's request in the first place, goes back months before this court filing ever hit a judge's desk. To understand why Offset filed for a DNA test, you have to rewind to November 2025. That's when Cardi B officially welcomed her baby boy with Stefon Diggs. The baby is Cardi's fourth child, but her first with Diggs. It should have been a celebratory moment, a new chapter after a long, painful marriage. Instead, it became the epicenter of a deeply chaotic paternity narrative. Almost immediately after the birth, screenshots began circulating online, appearing to show Offset posting "My kid LOL." Shortly after Cardi gave birth to her baby with Diggs, 2 words and a laugh. That's all it took to detonate a firestorm of speculation. Was Offset claiming the child was his? Was this a provocation aimed at Cardi, at Diggs, or at the public? Within days, his camp pushed back, with representatives denying that Offset posted the comment and dismissing the screenshots as fabricated or taken out of context. But the damage lingered. Cardi had claimed that Offset was still obsessed with her after he allegedly implied in the social media post, which he vehemently denied posting and deleting, that he could be deemed the father of Cardi's newborn son with Diggs. The accusation was explosive, that her ex-husband, still tangled in a bitter divorce with her, was publicly insinuating he fathered the child she had with her new partner. The timeline matters here. Cardi B and Offset have been in an on and off relationship for years. They secretly married in September 2017. They went through multiple separations, multiple reconciliations, and multiple public blow-ups before Cardi filed for divorce a second time in the summer of 2024. Cardi filed for divorce in 2024 and is seeking primary custody of their children. But the on-again, off-again nature of the relationship is precisely what gave the rumors oxygen. People online began to speculate. If Cardi and Offset had reconciled even briefly sometime around her pregnancy, could there be a question about who the father was? And Offset has his doubts about whether the newborn baby boy is his or Diggs, as the couple had reconciled and then decided to file for a divorce in 2024. That theory, whether based in reality or pure internet speculation, became the fuel that propelled Offset's legal maneuver months later. Cardi, for her part, responded to the chatter with characteristic directness. During an assault trial in September 2025, a reporter pressed her on online claims about paternity. According to Complex, Cardi snapped, threw a marker at the reporter.
Ooh, I remember that. Do y'all remember that? That was right after she did that shit with that security guard. And she threw it, and he was a YouTuber too. Do y'all remember that? And I want to know, do you guys really think that Offset is a chance that he can be the baby daddy? I would hope not, but I know Cardi B said his D is so good because she keeps bragging about it. And I wonder, how big is it? If it's like 10, then I can understand that. 10, whoa. I like them big, honey. I don't play with average or small dudes. I don't do that. Big only, please. Okay. Shit. Woo, honey. Yeah. So I don't know if she got weak. I don't know, honey. Let's see. I hope not.
And told him to stop disrespecting her, pointedly asking why a male journalist felt entitled to frame such a question. She reminded him, "Your mama taught you, respect women." That exchange alone showed how deeply the paternity rumors had gotten under her skin, and how far she was willing to go to shut them down. But shutting them down publicly and shutting them down legally turned out to be 2 very different things. Because while Cardi was telling reporters to back off, Offset was apparently building his case behind closed doors. Publicly, he kept his distance. In court, the picture looked less clear. So the question moved from Twitter to a courtroom. And that's when a different drama, one involving Stefon Diggs himself, began to compound the narrative. The man at the center of Cardi B's new chapter brought his own complicated history into the picture. Stefon Diggs, the NFL wide receiver, was not just Cardi's new boyfriend and the father of her fourth child. He was also embroiled in his own paternity dispute with someone else entirely. Shortly after Cardi announced her pregnancy, Stefon made headlines over a lawsuit model, Aileen Lopera, filed in December 2024, in which she accused him of fathering her baby girl born in April 2025. Lopera, known on social media as Lord Giselle, filed the papers while she was still pregnant. She requested sole physical and legal custody of the baby girl, named Charlie Harper Diggs Lopera. Diggs initially pushed back, according to his response obtained by the outlet. Stefon has contested the allegation that he fathered the child and has requested genetic testing to determine paternity. He wanted the test, and the test came back. A paternity test Stefon Diggs took confirmed he is the father of Lord Giselle's 7-month-old daughter, her lawyer said. So Diggs was confirmed as the father of another woman's child, while simultaneously expecting a baby with Cardi B. The optics were devastating, and Cardi handled them the only way Cardi handles anything publicly. She went on Instagram Live and addressed the situation by referencing Shirley Brown's 1974 song Woman to Woman. That's your baby daddy, B. H?
Get her, Cardi.
That's my baby daddy too,
Get her,
she
Cardi.
said, adding that they'd figure it out. Despite the drama, the couple stayed together through Cardi's pregnancy. Diggs, who plays for the New England Patriots, is already a father to 3 children, including daughter Nova from a previous relationship. He revealed at the 2025 CFDA Fashion Awards that he and Cardi were expecting a boy. It's a boy. That's enough for me, Diggs told People. Cardi was equally open about the relationship. She said on CBS Mornings in September 2025, "We're very excited. He just makes me feel safe and very confident and very strong," she added. It was the kind of statement that signaled a fresh start, that Cardi had moved on from the chaos of her marriage to Offset and found something stable. But stability was not on the menu. By early 2026, rumors spread that Barty and Diggs were having relationship troubles. Then came the breakup speculation. Then the DNA test filing. The public narrative shifted from Cardi and Stefon in love to Cardi caught in between 2 men. And lurking behind all of it was Offset, in the courtroom, in the headlines, and very much not out of the picture. Even in his surprise Halloween 2025 album Haunted by Fame, Offset appeared to take shots. On the track No Sweat, he raps, "How the FK you leave Jordan for Rodman? You a fool if you think that I'm hurt." Comparing himself to Michael Jordan and Diggs to Dennis Rodman. Music, court filings, social media, every battlefield available was being used. And then just days before the paternity filing made news, Offset's life took a violent turn that pulled everything into even sharper focus. On April 6, 2026, Offset was shot. Rapper Lil TJ has been arrested in connection with an incident outside a Florida casino on April 6, 2026, that left former Migos member Offset hospitalized. The location was the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. The time was around 7 p.m. The setting was a valet area outside the casino. Surveillance cameras showed Merritt use a cell phone to record members of his group fighting Offset. During the fight, one of the men with Merritt pulled a gun and shot Offset. Offset was hospitalized with a non-life-threatening injury. After the incident in the casino valet area, he was taken to Memorial Regional Hospital and was reported to be in stable condition. Lil TJ faces a misdemeanor charge of disorderly conduct. A fray. His attorney firmly denied any direct involvement in the shooting. Lil TJ has not been shot, nor has Lil TJ been charged with any shooting. Attorney Dawn M. Florio said, but court records told a different story about his role in the lead-up. Merritt sent members of his group to fight with a group of men with Offset, according to the arrest report. After being released on bond, Lil TJ spoke to reporters and called Offset a rat, denying any personal involvement in the fight or shooting. This shooting came against a backdrop that made it feel like Offset's world was unraveling. From every direction, Offset, meanwhile, has reportedly racked up gambling debts. The divorce with Cardi was contentious. He reportedly rejected a $10 million settlement offered by Cardi, saying, "I built her brand. I deserve half." The court battles over custody and finances had been dragging on for months, with no resolution in sight. And then after the shooting, Cardi did something that surprised people. Despite the divorce, TMZ reported that Cardi B reached out to check on him, a brief moment of contact in an otherwise bitter split. She and Offset have 3 children together. Whatever bitterness existed between them, the mother of his kids called to make sure he was alive. This latest incident comes more than 3 years after his cousin Takeoff was shot and killed at a Houston bowling alley in 2022. Gun violence has touched Offset's circle before, with devastating consequences. The loss of Takeoff shattered Migos permanently, and the specter of that tragedy hanging over this new shooting added weight to an already charged situation. So here was Offset, shot, hospitalized, in the middle of a divorce where he's demanding a DNA test on his ex-wife's baby and publicly feuding with the man his ex-wife moved on.
I gotta say something. That divorce is over, y'all. That divorce has finalized. It's over. We are done with it. Go look it up. Google it. That we done with that.
And across the country, Cardi B was doing what she does, performing, touring, and living her life on her terms. Which brings us to what happened just days after the shooting made headlines. Just 2 days after Offset was shot, and on the same day the DNA test filing was reported by TMZ. Something else happened in Washington, D.C. In videos shared to social media. Stefon was seen dancing with his mom, Stefon Diggs, during Cardi's April 8th show at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. Cardi's Little Miss drama tour was in full swing, and Diggs was there. Not just Diggs, Stefon wasn't alone. He brought along his mother, Stephanie, and his brother, Stefon Diggs. After the concert, Stefon and Cardi, who welcomed a son together in November, were seen leaving the Grammy winners' sold-out after-party at Throw Social. They left separately, but within minutes of each other. Video circulating online shows the two leaving the venue together after the show. This was significant because for weeks leading up to this, there had been growing chatter that Cardi and Diggs had broken up. Earlier this year, rumors spread that Cardi and Diggs were having relationship troubles. The DC sighting appeared to debunk or at least complicate those breakup reports. So let's look at the full picture as it stands. Offset requested a DNA test for Cardi's newborn baby with Stefon Diggs. The judge denied the request for the youngest child, while allowing a test for another, adding a painful layer of public doubt to Cardi B's family dynamic. The court barred both of them from making disparaging public comments about each other. The judge drew a firm line. The newborn born from Cardi's relationship with Diggs is not part of the Offset divorce case. But the court of public opinion operates on a different set of rules. The fact that Offset asked at all has kept the paternity rumors alive. The renewed focus on the DNA request has sharpened attention on what Offset was trying to establish. Was he genuinely questioning whether the child is his? Was it a legal maneuver designed to complicate Cardi's divorce position? Or was it something more personal? A man who spent nearly a decade with a woman, struggling to let go. Representatives for Cardi B and Offset have not publicly commented on the denial of the DNA request, nor have they provided any substantive update on the broader divorce proceedings. Officially, both sides are silent. Nothing beyond the redacted order and prior media reports has been independently confirmed. So the finer details of their legal fight should still be treated with caution. What we do know is this. Cardi filed for divorce in 2024, seeking primary custody of the children. The divorce has not been finalized. The presence of a child Cardi shares with another man has added considerable complexity to proceedings that were already contentious, and the court's handling of the paternity questions will likely shape the custody and support arrangements that follow. The financial side is its own battleground, with Cardi reportedly worth over $100 million and Offset around $40 million. The rapper filed for spousal support after he claimed she left him with the kids. And then there's the social media post from Observate on April 11th, 2026, claiming that Cardi B went live and could not stop crying, after revealing that Offset demanded a DNA test for her newborn child. The post alleges she said Offset was the father and that Stefon left her. Now, this is an unverified social media claim. Neither Cardi, Offset, nor Diggs have confirmed any of the statements attributed to Cardi in that post. Given the court's gag order on disparaging remarks, any such public revelation would carry legal risk. So until there's confirmed, on-the-record information, that post should be understood for exactly what it is, an unverified claim on social media. What is verified? The court filing happened. The judge's ruling happened. The shooting happened. The DC sighting happened. Exactly what that means for the newborn at the center of all this speculation. And for Offset's lingering questions is something the court papers do not answer. The story of Cardi B, Offset, and Stefon Diggs is still being written in courtrooms, on stages, in hospital beds, and across every social media platform that exists. What's clear is that the DNA test request was denied, the divorce is ongoing, and everyone involved is operating in a very public, very high-stakes fishbowl. Whether the paternity questions fade now or continue to shadow this family is something only time and possibly future court filings will reveal.
Ooh! Look like they got it right, except for one thing. What do you guys think? And let me know if you guys like me doing these reaction to these videos. Press 2 if you like me to do the reactions. Press 4 if you just want to hear me talk. Press 5 if you want sometimes that, sometimes me talk. You want a little bit of both. You want a little bit of that, or you want a little bit of this. I don't know. Comment, let us know, and I'm out.